All right, guys, we are here at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and we got Coosa Christian up. We're going to let these young ladies introduce themselves, starting right here.
My name's Maya Ellen. I'm a junior, and I play right side hitter and backup setter.
Hi, I'm Jillian Delp, and I play setter for Coosa Christian.
I'm Kate England. I'm in 11th grade, and I play front middle.
I'm Natalie Delp. I'm going to 9th grade, and I play outside hitter.
All right, ladies, we are about to start the 2023 season. Tell us about some of your goals for this upcoming season.
Definitely win region and just like grow as a team.
Everybody else agree with that?
Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all are very talkative. So last year, how far did y'all make it last year with
So last year we were third in our area.
Okay.
This year we don't want to be third in our area. We want to be first. So.
Gotcha. So as a team, what do y'all feel like you have to do to take that next step to make it past the area and go on to sub-regionals?
Well, I do feel like our team, we lost a lot of seniors last year, but most of us, we've played together since young. So
Okay.
I feel like a change in chemistry is really going to help us because I feel like our chemistry last year was not as good starting out as it definitely is this year.
Yeah, I think we just gotta play as a team and no me ball, it's team ball. So.
What did y'all summer look like? Did y'all have a lot of camps?
We focused more on like physical training. We had workouts, and a lot of us play other sports. Like we don't just focus on volleyball. So we did a lot of things, but we definitely worked on our physical aspect.
Yeah, we've been active all summer. There's not been any nothing to do. We've been in the gym probably every day.
Who leads those workouts?
We have she goes.
She was
her
a
name's
college
Auburn.
softball player.
She played at Georgia Tech.
Weightlifting, running.
Weightlifting and speed and training, stuff like that.
And then we have volleyball every day, except for Wednesday.
So the difference between last year and this year, as far as the seniors you lost, how is that going to affect this year? Do you have a lot of first year varsity players?
I don't think it's going to affect us. I mean, we lost some good people, but
We've gained a lot of.
we just gotta, everybody that's on our team now just gotta step it up and replace the people that we lost. I mean, we don't have any seniors this year. It's just
All
we've got 5 juniors, and I think that's it. But yeah, we're young.
That's not a bad problem to have, being young, because the fact, you've got a young team with no seniors. Y'all are getting a lot of playing time, a lot of experience, and next year you're going to be a year older with more experience. So, the sky's the limit for you guys going forward.
Coosa has recently gotten a new logo, new colors, new brands. You can kind of feel a shift in the expectations. Can y'all feel that on volleyball?
As a team, I just feel like our whole school, we're stepping into a new era. We're stepping it up at our school, athlete-wise and academic-wise, on both fronts. And I'm just, especially with football last year, almost making it to Auburn, which was very sad that we didn't get to go there.
Still not over it, huh?
No, we're ready. We're ready. I promise you.
We're still salty.
Anyways, we're really excited just to step into this new era, and I feel like these colors is helping us and helping others see that we're transitioning into a new, better Coosa.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really have anything to do with our logo and our color, which I'm glad that we're kind of changing and stuff. That's cool, but I think our mindset is different. Like the boys and the girls, you can just tell our mindset is different. Like the boys work so hard every day, with working out and all the stuff they do. They work so hard, and then us too. Like we work every day. Like there's no our mindset. It's like we don't want to not be in the gym. We want to be in the gym working and getting better every day. I don't think there's anybody that really complains about being at practice or doing the workouts. Like, we want to be there. We want to get better. We want to be good this year.
And I'm really thankful that all the people that are on our team were committed. Like, we don't have any non-committed people. Like, all those people, they're gone. Like, we have a new mindset. We're really tight as a team, and I'm just excited to see where we're going to go this year.
Yeah, I've been up to Coosa a couple of times this summer, and I don't think I've ever been up there where somebody wasn't working out. It seems like everybody was.
We're always there.
Somebody's always there.
We get our weekend. That's it.
Well, ladies, good luck this season. Looking forward to watching y'all and seeing how far you can go.
All right, we are here with our next team up for the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and we've got the Ashville Bulldogs in the house. We're going to let these ladies introduce themselves.
I'm Zakila Cook. I'm a senior and I'm an outside hitter.
Molly Northam. I'm a senior. I'm a middle blocker.
I'm Ashlyn Layfield. I'm a junior and I'm a libero.
I'm Lydia Northam. I'm a sophomore and I'm outside hitter.
And I'm Lindsay Sullivan.
Coach, you already know the libero, they walk to a different beat. We did one media day, and I think it was 3 years ago. No team had their libero there. I said, from that day on, I figured, hey, the libero, that's the wild card. You kind of got to be a little bit crazy. You got to have a good relationship with the floor, willing to take a lot of hits. So talk about players returning, what you lost last year, what you got coming back.
This year I have 5 returning players. I've got 10 total. Starting the varsity season with us, 5 new, 5 returning. Of those 5, the 5 new players, is there 3 freshmen? 3 freshmen. 3 freshmen. So young in that aspect, but still have 3 solid senior leaders and some underclassmen leaders as well. Last year I graduated 4 seniors, so more of last year than this year. But
what has summer looked like this year for y'all?
it's been a lot of practice, camps, just getting better as a team. And we had a really good lip sync battle.
Lip sync battle.
I took them to Middle Tennessee State University, and it was team changing.
Okay. Do we have video of this lip sync battle?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If they let us have it, we will insert it here in the video.
Ooh, yay.
Middle Tennessee, is that a big volleyball school?
Yes.
Okay. It seems like we've talked to a lot of teams that have been there before over the years. And they all have said it's a great camp to go to.
Yeah.
I think they're top 20.
Really?
Okay. I think somebody from yesterday went.
Mm-hmm.
So going into this season, the season's over. What would you consider for this season to be a success for you?
As the coach?
Yeah, it's for everybody, but yeah, I want everybody to answer.
Okay, well, to be success, for the season to be a success, I think that we not just grow as volleyball players, but grow as young women. Some of them are about to finish their high school years, and they're out there. Yeah. It's not about just playing volleyball. It's about life lessons, and there's a lot of those that they learn. But of course, we have our goals for the season.
Right.
So, and I'll let them talk about them.
Okay.
We want to win area. We want to win county.
We want to have a better record than we did last year, for sure.
Miss Libero?
I would just say grow as a team, and I feel like our team chemistry is pretty good this year compared to the past years.
So I think that that's already been a drastic change, and that's going to help us a lot this season.
And y'all are in an area with Etowah and Cherokee County. So those are circled.
Yeah.
We talked off camera a little bit, but talk about what goes into scheduling a season and your thoughts on how you schedule.
Well, I'm a coach that schedules a lot because I am a big believer that if you regular season, you need to be you're scheduling that to prepare your team for the postseason, which is it's everything. I'm estimating at least 50 matches, close to 60 for this season. It's up to them. I think that they've got, we are on an incline in this program, and this year's going to be a big year. And we play a lot of great competition this season. Big schools. We go to some big tournaments. We travel up north to Brooks High School to see some teams that we wouldn't see around here. I just want to be thorough with scheduling to make them better.
I like it. I like it.
Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Coach, good luck this season. We look forward to seeing how far you can make it. Ladies, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so we are here with the Hokes Bluff Eagles at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and we're going to let these young ladies introduce themselves.
All right, my name is Coach Haley Simmons. I'm the head coach. I'm entering my 18th year.
Okay.
I'm Addison Faulkner, and I'm a senior.
I'm Riley Culver, and I'm a senior.
I'm Ella Walker, and I'm a senior. I'm Kaden Howell, and I'm a senior. I'm Bella Lee, and I'm a senior.
And I'm Coach Handy.
All right, ladies, y'all are already a fun group. Y'all are very talkative. So going into the season, coaches, who are some of the returning starters that you have coming back this year?
Returning starters are going to be Addison, and Kaden, and Ella. Or, is that right? Is that right? Did all of y'all start last year?
I did for some.
Okay. We did some rearranging last year.
You've got a lot of experience coming back.
We have a lot of experience coming back, yes.
Right.
Not only, they may not be returning starters, but they've been playing
Okay.
for us, for their whole high school career, yeah.
How has summer looked for y'all? Have y'all been to a lot of camps?
We've been to 3 play dates. Is that right? 3 play dates. One of those was kind of like a camp mixed in there, and then, of course, then the weight room.
So going into the season, what are some of the goals have y'all set for yourselves as a team? And I want everybody to answer this.
Beating Glencoe. Yeah, definitely beating Glencoe because we didn't beat them last year.
Okay.
So that's definitely a big goal. And us growing together because we have a lot of new ones on our team this year.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely need to learn and grow with us as a team.
I think also like setting a goal for the team and like us as seniors leading by example, getting the spirit back where it needs to be and in the right order. We have a bad problem with like when the score isn't how we want it, like we just fall apart. And I feel like we need to step up as leaders and fix that this year.
Have y'all got your ace celebration figured out yet? Y'all know what it's going to be?
It's always a surprise.
It's always
Every time.
Who comes up with it? Do y'all get together and come up with it?
That's the thing. We don't get together. We just kind of like no.
Yeah.
It just kind of goes.
We definitely need to do one though.
Yeah.
Is it a libero here today? Oh, yeah. The libero's the wild card.
So speaking of seniors, how many seniors do you have this season? Everybody that's here? Okay. One thing I'd like to ask teams, and I've asked yesterday and today, outside of your normal goals that y'all have set as a team, when the season's over, and you look back on the season, what are some of the things that you will look back on and that would make you think that this season was successful for you guys?
I think our sportsmanship. Like, we need to obviously better it with each other and pick each other up, but also we've known each other forever. I mean, we've played some sort of ball together, and I think that once we go together, we'll look back on that as us leaving and be like, that was our team. That's our home.
Coach Haney and I really try to integrate being a good person and just like life lessons and life skills as well. So we hope that when our players leave, they look back and, not only do we learn volleyball, we also learn some life lessons and life skills.
That seems to be a recurring thing.
I was just
in the last 2
thinking
days,
that.
and
That's very refreshing to hear.
yeah. And speaking of team chemistry, and like that's another thing we've been hearing for the last 2 days is team chemistry. Do y'all think that's a kind of a sign that the sport of volleyball is growing in this area? Because it seems like everybody's been playing together from a very young age. Coaches, y'all kind of talk about the growth of the sport in this area.
It's been over the past couple of years, I guess. I don't know. It's grown so much. It makes me so proud that it is, because it's not been like that. So that being my sport, our sport, it makes me so proud, so happy to see these younger girls playing the game and growing into it and learning, because that's huge. That's vital.
When Coach Simmons started playing, she was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
And so from when she graduated a couple of years ago, her starting as a sophomore, and still playing college ball, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But now her daughter, who is in 7th grade, that's well, she kind of played before that, like on travel ball.
Right.
But it's even, from her to her daughter has really grown.
Right.
And I'm excited to see it continue to grow, because I wish they even played even younger than they do, you know. But it's really grown.
Because I know we're probably about the same age, and I know when I was in school, volleyball was just not one. It wasn't a thing. Oh, I'm gonna go to the volleyball match today, but now it's like you have a pretty good crowd. Yeah.
That's, if you're not at the volleyball match, where are you at?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Which we had a really big student section last year.
Really, that's awesome.
Yeah, we always had a really good student section. It was
That's
nice
awesome.
to have the support and everything.
That always helps. It always helps to win, too,
Yeah, exactly.
so you continue to have a good student.
exactly. And speaking of that, Hokes Bluff is a very tight-knit community. I know every time I've come out to Hokes Bluff, there's always been a big crowd, a lot of support. How does that make you ladies feel, knowing you've got the support of the mayor and the council and everybody in Hokes Bluff?
It's very exciting. It makes you feel proud to be where you're from.
Okay.
And you feel comfortable when you play, because you know everybody's coming to support you.
It motivates you. It motivates us to want to be good because they're coming to watch us. So
Right.
we
It makes
put
you
on a good
feel
show.
like really loved. Like the community just has like a special heart for, especially like the high school and like even the middle school and elementary school. They still have a huge heart for.
Yeah, parents that don't even have kids in Hokes Bluff anymore still come back to watch us play.
Okay. Good deal.
It's something that's very unique about Hokes Bluff.
Yeah, I can't remember the last Hokes Bluff event I went to where the mayor and Alex Channing were not there.
I know. Mayor Reeves is a top-notch mayor. I mean, he's top-notch.
No.
All right, ladies, we appreciate you. Good luck to you guys on this season, and we hope to see y'all at state this year.
Thank you.
All right, our next team up at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, we have the Sardis Lions in the house, and we will let these young ladies introduce themselves.
I'm Coach Gilmer. I'm the coach.
I'm Braylon.
give us your name.
No. If she wants it to be like Prince, Madonna, Elvis, you just want it to be one name, that's fine.
She's a senior.
Okay, yeah.
My name's Bailey Gilmore. I'm a senior. My name's Bailey Wilmore, and I'm a sophomore.
So, talking a little bit off camera, well, let's back up. So, what are some of your goals for this season, this year?
just making it.
Yeah.
One of my main goals is just to get the team, I guess, more team oriented right now, because we graduated, was it 9 seniors last year? So we're going through a little bit of growing pains as far as, adding so many girls to the varsity team. So just coming together and start clicking, to start with would be a good way to start off the year. And we're getting there. It's just a slow process.
Okay.
Last season you went 29-12, and come playoff time, some teams that you had beaten previously took it to 5 sets. Didn't go the way you wanted.
Two teams. Well, one we didn't beat all year, but it's still, we were pushing the limits with five games with both of the teams, 2 of the other top teams in our area.
Talk about what you're going to do what you've done this summer, what you're going to work on to kind of ensure that things don't go the way they did last year, especially towards playoff times.
We've been going to workouts all summer, and we've had several play dates, and of course just practice, trying to work together and figure out our rotation and stuff to help us come together as a team better.
So how many seniors do y'all have on this year's team?
We have 3 this year. We've got one that was supposed to be coming, but she got stopped by some trees, I think, from the storm on the way here. So she is not here yet, or she may not make it. But we have 3, which is a big difference from last year.
Okay. So, I mean, having 3 seniors compared to 9 last year, are you kind of looking for those 3 seniors to really step up and lead the team this year?
Definitely. And I've talked to each one of them individually about it. Veda's been, she's going to be a sophomore, but she's also been with us since she was an 8th grader on the varsity. So I kind of look at her to be a leader too, kind of pushing her, because she's been there a while. And it's definitely a different pace coming from, one level to the next. But these girls have all been up here at this point, and I do look for all of them to be a leader in some way, somehow, to step up and do it.
Okay. We asked a couple other teams this, but do any of you ladies play any other sports? You do? Okay. And is that something you as a coach kind of encourage them to do?
Yeah, it's most of our girl athletes honestly play more than one thing, or cheer, or I think Braylon cheered up until this year, and so she's volleyball only. But the other girl that's not here, Mia, and Veda's a 3-sport athlete. Mia's 2-sport. Baylor's 2-sport. So I do encourage it. I mean, it keeps them working all year, and it helps the coaches. It helps them too with workouts in the summer, because you got the same girls kind of coming in, and they know what to expect across the board.
Okay.
New AD this year.
New AD. I was headed that way. You got a new athletic director this year, BJ Brooks, and he's coming in, making some changes to the program. How the changes he's making, how is that going to affect you guys on the volleyball side?
One of the things that I like best about Coach Brooks is he's excited, and he's put in to, he really has done a lot to push and have excitement across the board, not just for the football team, but through the town, the community, and trying to get everybody involved in, being a part of programs and being a part of things. That's my favorite thing that he does. But he also tries to talk to the other coaches to see that we're all on the same page. Like, if kids miss workouts in the summer, what are we going to do? What are our punishments? So try to make sure that we're all kind of on the same page for, working throughout every program, not just one.
And you spoke about the community, and one thing that I know we've noticed throughout the years covering Sardis is the community is very
involved.
And they're very involved, and
Sardis loves Sardis.
Sardis loves Sardis. They really get behind teams at Sardis. As a coach, as players, how does that make y'all feel going out there knowing you have the whole entire town behind you and supporting you when you go out to play?
Well, it's exciting, I think, for them to see a big crowd and to hear, and have that support there. I think it's important for parents and for the community to be involved, and it is exciting. It is great, as you say, when you do have that much support.
Yeah. Changing gears to a different sport, but I was at the Sardis Boaz playoff game, and it was standing room only. Yeah. It was huge, and it just seems like, county championships.
Yeah.
Sardis is making some real big moves here over the last couple of years.
Definitely.
I mean, there's been some changes along the way with the coaching staff and some other things, but I feel like I said, I feel like the coaches, for the most part, all work together and try to really build, not just with one program, but build kind of throughout and have everybody involved with it.
All right, ladies, we appreciate y'all stopping in with us. Good luck this season, and go Sardis. All right, we are here with the Etowah Blue Devils at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and we're going to let these young ladies and young man introduce themselves.
Hey y'all, my name is Ellington Jones.
I'm Reese Causey.
I'm Lauren Farmer.
My name is Marissa Hill.
I'm Ava Nicholson.
I'm Jared Franklin.
All right. So going into the season, what are some of y'all's goals going into this season? And this is for everybody.
I think we need to work really hard as a defense to be able to work forward and not work backwards, I guess.
I think we need to get better defensively and just make sure we give 100% effort every play, every game.
Like they said, defensively, and a lot of team bonding, confidence has a lot to do with that also.
I think we need to all be there for each other and keep each other up and not each other get down on ourselves.
Coaches?
A lot of what they said, we're actively working on defensive stuff, but just as a whole, as a team, is when we lose a point to go to the next point, that one's done, to flush that one. So that's something that we're really working on, and just to finish the game. When it's 18-18, we got to learn how to finish it and keep it going the whole way.
Don't get too high, don't get too low.
Keep it pretty simple.
So, so as far how many returning starters do you have coming back this year?
Well, around 2, 3. Yeah.
So you got a pretty young team this year.
Pretty.
Which that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Fresh start.
Huh?
Fresh start.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. They're getting experience, so that means they're just going to keep growing and getting better every year. So one thing that we have noticed, and one thing we've asked, I think last 2 days at the media day. So when the season's over and you look back on the season and you kind of, I guess, self-evaluate, what are some of the things you're going to kind of look for to say, okay, we had a pretty good season? And this question, again, is for everybody.
Just not necessarily the wins or losses, but just knowing that it was a good game, or we had a lot of kills that game, or a lot of digs, or it was a 25-23 game. Just to know that we worked hard at the end of the season, not we didn't go out there with no effort.
Just knowing that we got better throughout the season. We didn't go down. We just kept going up throughout the whole season.
I kind of wanted to steer away from games, and I wanted to look at the friendship that we built through that year in that season.
I think that the memories we made together, and even if the game didn't end in our favor, it's we all had each other and we were all sisters in Christ together.
That's something I want to see. At the end of it is just really being able to look back and say, hey, we gave it our all. Win, loss, draw. It don't matter as long as we played with everything we got the entire time. That's what I'm really looking for.
Yeah, you want to say we want to say that we want to have a positive record at the end, but really you want to make sure that these girls not only know how to play volleyball, but they know how to be young women going up. So that's really what we hope they take away from it, is that it's not just a sport. It teaches you so many life lessons that they're going to be able to carry with them for the rest of their lives.
That's been a common thing the last 2 days. And another thing we've kind of looked at is the growth of the sport.
In this area.
Yeah. I graduated high school in '99, and volleyball. We had a volleyball team, but it's nobody really thought about going to the volleyball matches. But now it's it's a thing now. How does that make y'all feel knowing that you've got support in those stands, every match?
I feel like it helps us. It helps us get hopped up before the games, and
just more support really helps us focus, and like on the court, we want people cheering for us.
Yeah.
I think it really shows that they care for you. Like when you like see your friends in the student section, it shows that their support is there for you. And I think it also encourages you to try harder.
I think knowing that we have support makes us work harder. And not that we don't work hard when we're at practice, but like seeing people from your peers, it makes you work 100 times harder just to show them like, hey, we can do this.
You know, and Etowah is a very supportive community because I mean, very supportive. I mean, every
Very
sport across, yeah, every sport across the board. I mean, Etowah. I mean, from the mayor, the school. I mean, everybody's all Etowah. So I mean, I know having that kind of support from not just your school but your community as a whole has got to feel amazing. So, yeah.
Did we talk about the summer yet?
We did not talk about the summer.
How did the summer look for y'all? Did y'all have a lot of play dates?
We had one tournament, and I feel like we learned a lot during the tournament. We also, did our normal workouts, practices, and I think we had a positive outcome. Like we're slowly learning how to be a new team because we do only have two or three like starters. So we're still, learning how to play on the court together. But I think this year's going to be good for us.
Yeah, it's very important to lay that foundation and set that standard, set the bar high.
Got anything else? All right, ladies and gentlemen, good luck this season, and we look forward to seeing y'all later on in the fall.
Thank you.
All right, we are here with the Southside Panthers at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and we're going to let these young ladies introduce themselves, starting right here with Coach.
I'm Angie Revis.
I'm Kathy Wood.
I'm Sarah Kay Dancy.
I'm Madison Shaw.
I'm Jovi Marvel.
I'm Lexi Graham.
I'm Peyton Burrow.
I'm Mallory Brooks.
Did y'all practice that?
No.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was good. So Coach, starting out, let's talk about the summer. What summer look like for you guys?
Well, we have been working out all summer, 3 days a week. Lots of lifting and agilities and conditioning on Fridays. Not very many open gyms in June. They have a lot of basketball going on, and these girls play multiple sports. So July, we started, well, we hadn't really practiced a whole lot in July either. It's just been hit or miss, but we did go to a West Florida camp. Spent 4 days down there together, 4 days together, and that was really nice. So we had a positional camp and then 3 days of just play down there with some schools that we don't see very often, so that was good for us.
So going into the season, how many starters do you have coming back for this year's team?
All of you?
Seven.
All of them.
Okay, all seven right here. Okay.
I mean, they all played.
7 starters.
Well, we have one around. So
There you go.
However, she's nursing a shoulder injury right now. She'll be back at the end of this month.
Okay. So you said off camera that all these girls play multiple sports. Is that something you encourage for them to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I like for them to stay busy and I just think it teaches the competitive nature in all the sports that they play in, because they're very competitive and they do well in all of their other events or sports that they play in. So.
Because with there's been a lot of momentum, it seems, at Southside for the female sports. It seems like everybody's kind of come together from all the female sports and really working together, with workouts and everything. How does that help, benefit you guys on the volleyball court?
Well, we're not just one entity as far as like individualized sports.
Right.
We are one entity in a unit together as a school program. Like when we have workouts, we all wear the same color red. No matter what sport you play, we all wear red that day, or we might wear white the next day, or black the next day. But it's all across the board, girls athletics.
Okay.
And so that helps unify us, and we all work for each other, and that helps with the chemistry. This group has phenomenal chemistry. They all love each other, and I don't really ever have any issues with any of them as far as that goes. And I just think that it's a good mix of You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
working out and practicing together, and then they spend a lot of time together, so it's good.
You don't have anything? So I've asked this question for the last couple of days, and I kind of want to see where the answers are going to be, and this is for everybody. So when the season's over, y'all look back at the season, and you kind of self-evaluate and say, okay, we accomplished this. This was a great season, or we didn't quite get this done, but we fell a little bit short. So, what are some of the things that y'all feel like will say, okay, this was a great season for us. We were able to accomplish what we set out to do.
You talking about from last year to this year, or what we want to do
this year? This year, yes.
Well, do one of you want to speak on that? Like,
we definitely want to win county again and keep the streak going. We want to ruin
Yeah,
that for sure.
What's the streak at right now?
Yeah, where's the streak at?
I'm pretty sure that last year was 14 years in a row, and then winning this year will be 15 years in a row.
She's already calling it. She said this year's going to be 15.
I mean, you gotta have confidence.
Yeah.
I think winning area. Like, we fell short last year, and I feel like we tried our best, but I feel like we're stronger as a team this year, chemistry-wise.
And that'll set us up better for going into regionals.
I feel like if we make it past the first round of regionals,
So I was going to say,
Yeah.
The state champion.
As we say, you had a really tough draw in the very first
Actually,
regional.
the year before too,
Yes.
which was not I was not there at that time, but it was like John. Was it John?
No, we played
Westminster.
We played Mountain
Was it
Brook,
Mountain Brook?
and then they ended up winning state that year.
And then last year was Westminster, and then they ended up winning. And then we have ARAB in the regionals too. So, but they were winner runner up.
Well, we took a step from Westminster last year.
We did. We did, and I just think that they're hungry now for that, and that's what it takes. Getting in that moment, and then, like capitalizing off of that, and not doing what they wanted to last year drives them to do it this year. So they'll work hard, and they already are working hard.
Now, Catherine, you compete in the high jump. Is that correct? Can you jump over the net right now?
Like just.
Yeah.
You want me to go do it? Or
Oh, can you?
just like standing jump or like
High jump over the volleyball net.
No.
I was gonna say, if you could do that during a game, that would be really cool.
We'd win every game. Just soaring over
However, I don't think you can play on the other side. So
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
think
feel good.
I do. Yeah, after that. Disqualified for that.
Hey, do you have any words of wisdom, Lex?
Okay, I'll go. I think our team, like, our chemistry sets us apart from anybody else. Like, you may have 6 athletic players on the team, but they're playing for themselves. Like, they're not. And when we play, we have 6 athletic girls in the court at all times playing for each other. And we have chemistry and we communicate well. So I feel like that's what stands us apart from other teams.
We're also very senior heavy, as you can tell. So we have a lot more experience being in the moment at regionals and in the tough situations. So I think that's going to really set us apart this year too, and set us up for success. So.
And this year, I really think that Coach Travis is really putting us that hard work and keeping together is more important than really anything. Because we've had the talent to do it, but the chemistry is, like Peyton said, is what's setting us apart right now.
Is there anyone on this team that maybe gets a little too fired up sometimes, and you kind of have to calm them down?
I think the guilty party just laughed.
I mean, Sarah Kate.
Yes.
Sarah Kate, she gets pretty amped.
Yeah, there's some pictures of Sarah Kate with like her mouth wide open.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're hanging up in our locker room.
I think we'll get a little lightheaded when we celebrate.
Have y'all got the ace celebration down yet?
Oh yeah.
Figured it out?
We're working on that.
It's a work in progress.
They have a plan, but then like, in the moment sometimes they forget, and then we all just stand there and wait for that person to do what they're supposed to do, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah, it doesn't get executed.
Noah, you have anything?
Well, ladies, good luck this season. We look forward to covering you and hoping that you go very far.
Thank you.
All right. We are here with the Westbrook Warriors at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and we're going to let these young ladies introduce themselves. Starting over here.
I'm Marley Cox, and I'm a junior.
My name is Reagan Harrell, and I'm a senior. I'm Henley Battingfield, and I'm a senior.
I'm Kylie Wyatt, and I'm a junior.
And I'm Denise Madison, varsity head coach.
All right, Coach. Starting out, tell us a little bit about your summer. How did your summer look?
We've been going solid since July the 10th. We started July the 10th. We brought Middle Tennessee's head coach came and gave us a satellite camp for 2 days.
He came up here?
He came to Ashville, yes.
Okay.
And he hung out with us 2 days. And then we went to Munciana, went to Spring Courts in Munciana camp for 2 days. And then we took a week off and practiced.
Okay.
And then actually we had a dead week we practiced that Friday where we could. It wasn't a dead week. And then we went to Middle Tennessee to camp.
Okay.
So we went to the team camp. I
Did-
think they all loved it.
Did y'all participate in the lip sync battle?
Yes.
Do y'all have
Y'all
video of it?
We do. We do.
We're gonna try to hit y'all up for that.
Okay.
Maybe throw it on the video.
I have it.
Okay.
We have it.
What did y'all sing?
It was like a bunch of songs. It was like a remix. 3 songs.
It was good. They did well.
Good deal. Going into the season, what are some of the goals ladies have set for yourselves and as a team? Start with you.
Honestly, to get better every day and just push yourself to like work harder, not only for yourself but for the team.
Yeah, so definitely working on our communication and our team bonding, and just to really get better for the season. Like she said, team bonding and just trying hard to like stay positive, so everyone else will stay positive and go from how you are acting.
Just trying to be an encourager overall, bring a lot of energy to the younger girls.
We actually have a 13-year-old, an 8th grader. She'll be in 8th grade this year. We brought her up to varsity. She's pretty tall, 6'1".
Wow.
And we're using her, and I've given them the task of creating a team with her and involving her a lot. That's a big age gap.
Yeah.
But they're doing a great job encouraging and helping her muddle through, learning the speed of the game is so different.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we've really started focusing on.
Good deal. There's a lot of exciting things going on at Westbrook as a whole for athletics. We've got new facilities that were just completed, and there's been a big push towards working out with Chad Phillips, and I know that can be fun. But you tell us about those workouts with Chad and how that's important for him to be able to work out with the female athletes separate from the male athletes.
Well, we've definitely got a lot better. They got a lot harder as the year went on. We started running a lot more. And the weight training, we utilized a lot of stuff like box jumps, and we squatted, and it just got a lot better.
Yes, I agree with her. It did get a lot better and a lot harder throughout the summer. A lot of running on the football field. But it definitely made us better, made us more in shape, and it's definitely helping as we're playing our games. The workouts got harder, but like over time, it just got easier every time. So that was really helpful, and it helped me stay in shape a lot more.
Lots of running, but we can definitely see like the outcome of it just throughout the summer playing.
Even when we went to Middle Tennessee, we had one of the player coaches that was with us, and she said, "I've never seen a team play as hard and as many games as we played during the camp and be that good, in good a shape." Because she really complimented us on that part of it. She made a big deal out of that for the girls, and I said, "That's what it took.
Right.
We have to do this. We have to do this."
And another change that's been made is you've got a new AD come in, Coach Steve Smith. How's that transition been for you ladies?
It's been good. It's been really different because it changed. It was a complete shift from last year. A lot of things have changed. We've got a lot of new things that's going on, especially we're going to be working out every day after school and before practice. So the conditioning should stay how it's been during the summer.
Okay.
I think it's helped us a lot, and it definitely has been very different. And the way he does things are very different than what we're used to. But like she said, it's definitely for the better.
It's helped us a lot, and just having him has been good for us. But I don't know, like it's just been it was very different.
Okay.
Yeah, very different, but he has like a different expectation, so change was good.
And it made, I could just see the difference in them from the beginning of workouts to the end of their stamina and just their attitude.
Right.
I mean, he brought a really good dynamic to the girls of, you know, do this and it'll make you better, and just really pushed them. I loved it. You know, I that's the way I've always done it, you know.
Yeah.
And I got to a new school and I had to adjust myself.
Right.
And so I loved it.
You know, I've heard y'all mention a couple times team chemistry. How important is that for y'all to have that chemistry and really be close with each other? How important that is to y'all accomplishing the things y'all want to accomplish this season?
It's very important because if you don't play well together, you don't play to your full potential. To your full potential. And I think we're all so close. We all talk to each other inside and outside of school a lot. And so I think it's really good how close we are.
Yeah, like she said, it is very important. And since we lost 2 players last year, it's been definitely a shift. But I think we're all really good players, and I think that we got to find our rhythm. But then once we do,
I think us being so close off the court helps us to definitely work better together and just like be better on the court together.
A lot of us have known each other for like ever too, so that's helped a lot. So you don't really like the relationship has continued out, so that helps a lot just to know each other forever.
It took a while. Brielle, who graduated last year, Brielle and Taylor. Brielle was a strong leader for these girls. They really looked up to her. And, you know, I've just had to really pull Henley and Reagan in. I've just kind of said, this is you now, girl. This is your time.
Yeah.
So they have been really good to step up and be leaders.
No. All right, ladies, we appreciate y'all sitting in with us, and good luck this season, and we hope to see y'all at state.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Nope. All right, we are here with the Glencoe Yellow Jackets at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and I'm going to let this group introduce themselves. Start with Coach Barkley.
I'm Coach Barkley. I've been at Glencoe High School since 2017. It's been a few years.
I'm Abby Bunt, and I'm a senior.
And you're a setter. Start over to the setter position.
Okay, all right.
I was thinking about that earlier,
Yeah,
and I
I
didn't know
meant
if
to
you
tell y'all
wanted us
that.
to say that.
Yeah.
I'm Jamie Barkley. I'm Coach Barkley.
I'm Abby Bunt, and I'm a senior, and I'm a setter and a outside hitter.
I'm Emma Croy. I'm a hitter. I'm a senior.
I'm Kaylin Hollis. I'm a junior, and I'm the libero.
And I'm D-Bar. That's what they all call me.
Okay. All right. So, starting out, tell us about your summer. What did your summer look like?
Well, we practiced and worked out and got stronger, and we tried to learn from some things in last year and went to some camps and had some play dates to try to blend with each other and get to know each other a little bit better because, you know, we got new people coming in since the last ones left. And, yeah, trying to communicate with each other better and learn how to work with each other.
We've definitely had a lot of practices and went to a few camps, and that's just to help us learn how to work together. Since we have new people coming in, we had some people leave, and really work on our strengths and see what they are and work on our weaknesses to get them better.
We've been working this summer on communicating and working as a team.
coming into this year, how many seniors did you lose off last year's team, and how many starters do you have coming back?
So we graduated 3 seniors, a middle hitter and a libero and a setter. And I say their positions lightly because they ended up playing pretty much everything and anything we needed to get us to regionals. To get to that point, we knew we had to do what was best. And our libero ended up, and she played libero since she was in middle school. She ended up having a set for us late in the year. So because Abby was out with the injury, she didn't get to play last year. She tore her labrum during softball. And so positionally, we had a lot of things we had to work out through the year. But graduating those seniors, we still have 3 returning starters. I had to really think about that because it was kind of fluid there for a little while. And then we have 3 seniors this year.
Okay, good deal.
And then 2 returning from injury that didn't get to play last year.
Gotcha.
So they have previous varsity experience, just didn't get to last year.
Yeah. So you've got a ton of experience coming back for this year's team. You mentioned off camera that you guys came up a little short from going to state. So, and this is questions for everybody. So, what do y'all feel like y'all need to do as a team to get over that hump and take that next step to get to state this season?
Okay, well, I'll go first. Well, firstly, we got rid of the recruit, so that will really help us out.
Sent her to UAB.
Yeah, we sent her on. I think a big thing, especially facing someone like that, is we got down really early, and that affected a lot of things. And I think just keeping the momentum up and the energy up no matter what's going on, and really working on our weaknesses ahead of time before we go will really help with it.
And what we are young in some spots.
Okay.
Like I said, we have 2 returning players that didn't get to play. One has been out 1 year and 1 2. So yes, we have experience in that, and Abby is super strong. But you got to get back in the groove of things too.
Right.
And the softball coach was in the gym the other day, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, watch her set that ball from this back corner on the pin." And I'm like, "Yeah, she's super strong." But then everybody else has got to learn the timing of getting with that. So there's still things to work out and get through. And we've worked hard this summer, but there's that. But like she was saying, plan to get somebody like Jordan that could really put the ball down very well. And plan was get somebody lets you know what you want to do.
Right.
We've got, I think of a freshman that we have that's come up and a sophomore that's transferred in that they know how to put the ball down. It is going to work on some timing and some things that grow, but they really swing hard, and they swing hard through, and they're great additions to what we have coming back. And so that's a great positive thing to build on, to work on those weaknesses and see where you need to go through.
Anything else? So one thing that we've asked every team, we've kind of talked about team chemistry. How important is that for you guys to be successful and to accomplish the things you want to accomplish this season?
I mean, I think the majority of us have played together for several years with different sports and all that kind of stuff, and especially with us being a smaller school, we kind of have classes together, we see each other, we pretty much know everybody pretty well. But I think when it comes to volleyball, we're still getting to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and I think through the summer we've learned a lot about that, and I think that we've grown a lot since the very beginning, and I think that's going to help us a lot from already knowing each other.
Chemistry on the volleyball court is one thing that and it's something I brag on Emma about all the time. Emma has this ability to shank a pass from here to Southside and then say, "Hey, I was just kidding. I'm going to do that better, and I'm going to get a kill." And she does that so that, A, the 5 other people on the court don't kill her, and B, to let them know, "Hey, I made a mistake, but I'm going after it." And that leadership, that's the start of the chemistry that it takes to go and to push them farther together to know, hey, I'm going to mess up, but hey, we can get the next ball, which is D-Bark's favorite saying, next ball. And the next one is what is the most important one.
Exactly. Because communication is a big thing on the court because, you know, if they're not talking to each other about what's going on, I mean, things can fall apart, you know, pretty
Yeah, momentum is the largest part of volleyball. It can be a 5-point swing just like that.
Yes.
Donahoe won. They have, on their state ring, they have 24-19. They were down because they were down 5 points and then climbed past and didn't let that other team, whoever it was, get past 19, even though they were down 5.
Yeah.
And then they won by 5.
Wow.
And it's a momentum thing, and so they have it on their state ring, and that's what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a state picture hanging in the hallway, and every time we pass it, when we are the last ones out of the gym, D-Bark always says, "Hey, I'm ready for another one," and that's what we said last year. We're ready to go back. We want that, and I know that's what these girls want most of all. When we walked in the first day of summer practice, June 27th, I said, "Okay, first day's today, last day's November 2nd. Let's get after it."
Good deal. So, Abby, you're a senior.
Yes, sir.
All three of y'all seniors?
just
You're a senior? Okay. So for the seniors, what do y'all have to do to push the younger players to get to that point to make sure y'all are playing on November 2nd? What do y'all have to do as seniors to push them?
I think me and Emma, I mean, we've played together since 7th grade, so we kind of know a lot about each other. But I think we work well together, and we're both vocal, but at the same time, people take to us pretty well.
Okay.
And I think we have great relationships, and I think that's one goal to work for. And the younger kids, I think, respect us a lot, so that when they know that, you know, we're trying to help them when we talk to them, and the same way for when Emma talks to them too. They take to us really well, and I think encouraging wise, that's what's going to help us get to the next step instead of just going all out at somebody.
Pretty much what she said. Okay.
Well, I feel like since being such a small school and all of us being together for like so long and playing together so long, you learn how each person takes like saying something. So I know how some people on the team, if you get on to them and you say something, like if you can yell at them and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But some people can't take it that way.
Right.
So like I know if I'm like, hey Abby, do this, she'll do it because like we have that bond. But I know some people, they won't take it like that. They'll take it as criticism and they won't like that. Some people will shut down and they don't work well with that. So I think knowing how your teammates react to other things and knowing how to all work together and help each other in a way that is beneficial to every person is something to really pay attention to in the early season. Like now, I think that's something we've all like learned a good bit about, especially with younger girls, because they don't know, like they've known us for a long time, but they haven't played with us for a long time. So like the freshmen, this is their first year with us. If we yell at them or say something, they're gonna get their feelings hurt. So you gotta be careful to who you talk to. Like you gotta be careful, because I used to cry.
So you're making everybody else cry.
I don't make them cry because I used to be the one.
Yeah.
I look at Coach Berkeley crying on the court.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Okay.
They're smiling.
Yes, it's fine.
So one thing that, you know, since we started Average Shows, one thing we've realized about Glencoe is Glencoe loves Glencoe. The support I hear is amazing. I just live right up the road from the school, and I see the support that the way this community gets behind the sports here. I mean, they don't care if you're 0-10; they're still going to be here. They're going to pack the bleachers. How does it feel having that kind of support behind you? You know, in every facet of Glencoe High School.
Talk about the atmosphere at a Hokes Bluff game. When we're playing, like, we have to pull out the other set of bleachers. We don't generally pull those out for a game. But our student section feels that so behind us that it is so loud in here they can't hear me.
Wow.
No, it's fun.
And that's fun. That's when
it feels good to be like appreciated and have like people that you see every day seeing something that you work for and that you love and being there to cheer you on. Like
I think having so many people behind us and so many people wanting to see us succeed pushes us to be the best that we can be and makes us only want to get there even more than what we wanted to from the beginning.
There's some boys in the office that they'll if they're office aides, they'll say, "Hey, what's the theme for tonight for the volleyball game?" And they'll announce it on the. And you don't. Some schools don't have that, and these girls have experienced that for years, and they're accustomed to it. And when they're not coming, they're okay calling each other out and saying, "Hey, you didn't make it to the softball game, to the volleyball game, softball game." Or football game. I mean, it's not just our sport,
right?
Because then they go and support others, and everybody.
Right.
Something that's been instilled in them year after year is they know we're playing for this team that's on our front of our shirt. So no matter where we go, we represent not only this school and our team and ourselves, but we represent this community as well. And they've heard that repeated time and time again, and so. They really lean into that, and it's such an encouragement when the community surrounds you in that way as well.
Oh yeah. So as far on the volleyball side of it, do you think a lot of that is the fact that the sport in this area is growing? Because I went to a few matches last year, and when I was in high school, nobody went to the volleyball matches. I mean, let's be honest about it. It's wasn't a thing, but now it's like you go, there's like decent sized crowd, and some places have a student section.
In Etowah County last year, we were talking about this when we were at regionals. All but one team from Etowah County made it to regionals, and I think one or two. So if there's 6 teams in the county and 4 of the 6 are going, that's 4 sets of student section or student bodies that are getting out of school or get to go and do, and that's all it takes is regional atmosphere. So going and getting to participate and be a part of that kind of atmosphere is loud, and volleyball is so fun to watch that once kids get to see that, or adults, I get tickled at the dads who didn't ever watch it when they were in high school. Right. Then they have a daughter and she's playing, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so much fun." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. You're right. It is fun. That's why we stick around it every day." But and so I think it's the atmosphere that has fed into that. And then we came in 2017, and then in 2018 we were fortunate enough to get to go to the state tournament and to play in that. And every single year, and kids graduate, but every single year I have a student that comes in and says, "I remember going, I was in elementary school, or I was in middle school, I remember going to the state tournament and watching you guys play in that." And so they're hungry for that. I'm like, "Yeah, come and do this. Hey, come and call lines. I'll let you get in free." Or, just that atmosphere. Right. And that it's fed into, and we've not been successful every year, not in that way. We've been successful in our own ways, but that success has bred a great atmosphere of wanting to be a part.
No, you have anything? No? I thought I asked. All right. Well, we appreciate y'all sitting in, and we also appreciate y'all hosting this again this year.
Absolutely love it.
So good luck to you guys. We hope to see y'all at state on November 2nd. All right. We are here with the Gadsden City Titans at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and we're going to let these ladies introduce themselves.
I'm Coach Lewis, and I'm the head volleyball coach.
I'm Avery Parker.
I'm Ainsley Wilbur, and I'm a senior.
I'm Mackenzie Thomas, and I'm a senior.
All right, ladies. So let's talk about the summer. What did summer look like for you guys this year?
A lot of CrossFit.
A lot of CrossFit.
Lots and lots of practices.
Okay, hold on. Let's back up. Let's talk about the CrossFit. So how was that?
Well, I did it all season and summer, so it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad. So y'all did this as a team?
Yeah, I had a few core girls in the spring that we did CrossFit all the way from December to May. Okay. So they were well conditioned.
Okay, good deal. So how was that? I mean, is that something new for y'all, or have y'all? That's something y'all have done.
We just started the year Coach Lewis came.
Okay.
So we did it last summer.
Okay. So y'all were kind of used to it then.
Yes.
All right. So talk about your summer, like play dates, tournaments, and whatnot.
We had a good amount of play dates. Two play dates. I think that's more than we did.
Yes. We tried to implement a lot more practices. I know there's other teams in the state that are going like all the way June through the July. I try to let, with our school and what we have to offer, basketball is really big in June. We are a lot more lenient with our players who are multi-sport athletes. So we kind of let June be basketball. We're in the weight room a lot in June.
Okay.
Dabbled in practices here and there. We use some of June to host our youth volleyball camp to get into our youth around Gadsden.
Okay.
And we really cranked it up in July, last week of June going into July. Hosted a couple play dates for Gadsden State. That was a huge success. A bunch of teams, great competition came out.
Okay.
Went to a few play dates. It was a great opportunity.
Okay. So, Coach Lewis, you were going into year 2. You came in last year. A lot of progress last year in your first year. So, from on that last year to now, how do you feel about the team?
I've never been more excited about a team.
Okay.
The turnaround from the beginning of the year last year to even right now is just totally night and day. There's a change in mindset, mentality, work ethic, standards that I have for them and that they have for themselves as well. So I definitely feel like we're going in the right direction, and I feel like they think that we're going in the right direction too.
Okay.
And it's just really exciting to see that development in such a short amount of time.
Good deal. So there's been a lot of changes we talked about off camera. There's been a lot of changes at Gadsden City, and there seems to be a lot of positive changes. One being that you were promoted to girls athletic director. Talk to us about some of the things going on at Gadsden City and some of the positive changes going on.
Right, yeah. So Gaston City really laid a great foundation for academics and athletics. We recently had a bunch of changes in administration, and just moving forward, it's going to bring just kind of a new life to the school. We have so much to offer at our school that has been kind of unhighlighted, and so just moving forward, we really look forward to highlighting those attributes that we have to offer, both academically and athletically. We have a bunch of new hires for coaches, and just that can really bring life into athletics. As well as new administration. Yeah. So it's really cool to see faculty and the coaching staff all gather around and rally around a goal that we are all moving towards.
Good deal. And for the players, what are some of your goals coming into this season? Like, what do you want to accomplish that maybe you kind of feel short on last year, but this year you're like, okay, we're going to get this done this year. This is something we as a team have got to get done.
I think that we're going to get more confident in ourselves, because last year, we're starting to learn what we're capable of, and this year I think we can all get to that point where we believe in ourselves more.
Honestly, get more competitive. Try to go for as many balls as we can, win as many games as we can, and I feel like team bonding too. I feel like this year we've gotten really close as a team, and more close than we got last year.
I think our attacking. I think we have really good attackers, and that Avery said, confidence. We have our confidence, and we have good attacks.
Good deal. And this is something we've talked to. The last couple of days we've been doing media days. So a couple of things we've talked about is the growth of the sport of volleyball in this area. Because when I was in high school, we had the volleyball team, but people really didn't go to matches. But now, you go to a match now, I mean, there's a pretty good crowd there, and you have students coming to the games. How does that feel, having that support from your school peers and the community coming out supporting volleyball?
It feels really good. Same as football.
Yeah.
You want a lot of people at your game, so you have a lot of people cheering you on and make you feel better about how good you're doing in the game.
They know that it's not something that comes overnight. You have to work for that. You have a reputation, and you can be on either side of that reputation, and they know the grind that it takes to get rear ends in the stands, So I'm excited about it and the way that they are working to, make sure that those things happen.
Yeah, because the game, I think I came to 1 or 2 games last year, and when I came in, I was like, there's a lot of people here, and there's students here, There were football players coming in after practice, and coming in and actually cheering. I was like, this is good. This is good for the sport. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So looking back on this, say the season's over, we're going to look back on the season. What are some of the things you want to kind of accomplish that will say, okay, this season is what we want? What are some of the things you want to say, okay, we checked that off, this season's good? Talk to us about that a little bit.
Winning senior night.
Winning
a lot of games.
I think if we all just become like all friends and we work together in any way to pick everybody up and just bring a lot of energy and confidence, and maybe next year we'll be even greater than we were this year, and that's what I look for in this season.
As seniors, what do y'all feel like you need to do to kind of push your teammates to get y'all to that next level, maybe get into regionals this year? What do y'all feel like y'all need to do as seniors to push those girls?
Definitely encourage, get them to shake back after bad decisions in games, because that's something that really gets us down.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're able to make that happen less and just get everybody to just stay up, then that'll be good.
And the fact that we have a lot of younger girls on our team and this is their first time playing varsity, and to let them know that mistakes are okay, that's how you're going to grow, and you just have to get back up and you have to do even better next time.
One more question for the girls. Coach Lewis, chose the three of y'all to come and represent the team today. How does that make you feel knowing she felt like, y'all are obviously leaders? How does that make y'all feel knowing she chose y'all to come and represent the team today at Media Day?
Really good.
It makes me really special and honored.
Yeah, I'm very honored with the fact that she chose me.
So, Coach Lewis, talk about these girls. What made you choose them today?
You have your girls on the team,
right.
And you have the girls that that you can trust, that will set the tone, set the standard, and inside and outside of volleyball.
Right.
And these girls really exude those qualities.
Okay, good deal. Noah, do you have anything? No. Well, all right, ladies, we appreciate y'all coming and sitting in with us today. Good luck this season. I'm looking forward to coming out to watch some Gadsden City volleyball this year.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you. All right, we are here with the Gaston Bulldogs at the 2023 Etowah County Volleyball Media Day, and we're going to let these ladies introduce themselves. Starting right here.
I'm Lexi Ponce. I'm in 11th grade and I'm a setter. I'm Haley Oliver. I'm a senior and I'm middle back.
I'm April Horn and I'm right side hitter.
And I'm Destiny Taylor, the coach.
All right. So starting out, tell us about your summer. How did your summer look this year?
We did a lot of skill work and stuff like that, but we really didn't start skill work to the end of the summer, kind of sort of. But we've been putting a lot of work in. We've had workouts, lifting weights, doing agilities to help us prepare for our season.
Done a few team bonding activities and just try to come together as a team.
Did y'all go to any camps or play dates or anything?
Yes, we've been to 2 play dates, and then we're actually coming here to Glencoe Saturday. So
Okay.
We'll be back right here.
Okay. All right. Good deal. So, Coach, how many seniors did you graduate from last year, and how many do you have? How many starters do you have returning this season?
So I had 3 seniors graduate last year, and this year I only have 1, Haley, right
Okay.
here. Starting wise, those 3 seniors, 2 of them were the setters, so we've had to that's been a building position for us in summer. But starting wise, everybody pretty much that's playing this year, especially varsity, they got time on the court in their rotation last year. So I think we're getting comfortable, and some of them, like I said, have had to take on some new roles, but we're getting there.
Getting there, okay. All right. So you're the lone senior. So as a senior, what do you feel like you need to do to kind of to get the team to the next level, maybe kind of take that extra step and go a little further this season?
I would say like helping them, like bring them together in the middle during a game. Make sure if like I know they'll look up to me. So if I'm not at the greatest, if I'm not in the greatest mood, you know, it doesn't encourage them. So it's really if I encourage them more, then they'll all come together and follow.
You know, we've had several teams talk about team bonding, team chemistry. How important is that for y'all to have that chemistry and that bond to help y'all be successful this season?
I feel like if like we have like a bond, I feel like we like not only like come together as a team, but we come together as like a family, and like we just like work together better.
I think the team this year has really good chemistry, and this is the team we'll have for probably the next 2 years. And so,
Coach, how do you feel about that?
I think, well, last year I feel like the team was at a little bit of a disadvantage because I got the job like almost right now last year.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, like the end of July. So we didn't have time over the summer we weren't doing skill work. We weren't, you know, so it kind of set us behind, and I think it kind of put us out at a disadvantage in a type of way. But I think this year that these three and other one, basically everybody on the team has really made it a point, chemistry-wise, like when you're out there, like it's 6 of you. You see 6 at all times. Like you're on display no matter where you are. There's no hiding. And I think them knowing that chemistry and playing together and the momentum of the game, like volleyball is very dependent on the momentum. Like whoever has the momentum is, you know, doing the best. And I think they realize like we've got to start out and jump on it and get that momentum. And them working together has been a really big part of what we've tried to work on this summer.
So you mentioned you got the job late last year. So how has the progress been from last year to where you are now?
So when I got the job last year, I was the 4th coach in 3 years.
Okay.
So I think my biggest thing that I want to give them is consistency.
Okay.
Like we practice same time, we warm up, just in everything we do, because I feel like even as just like all girls athletics at Gaston, we've kind of not had that for a while. But the coaches that we have now, like this summer, even leading up into the school year, like consistency is what I feel like that's the word that we just keep using and using over and over again. And from last year to this year, again, like I feel like me coming in so late was a disadvantage, but I think they've really seen like we can really, you know, make a run. We can be a lot better than we've been in years past, and they're really, like I said, this summer they've really put in the work. 3 days a week, working out, lifting weights, things that we had never done before as a girls' athletic.
Wow.
So I think we're hoping that we start to see the change this year.
Good deal. So in Gaston, Gaston has a pretty rich volleyball tradition. You know, seeing some of the pictures and the trophies and everything, does that kind of motivate y'all and push y'all a little bit? Say, hey, you know, we want to win those trophies. We know we want to win some trophies of our own. Seeing those things in the field house every day, how does that make you feel?
It makes me just want to like push harder and just like you said, like get those trophies. Like I want to like have our like names on those titles, and I want to be able to like take those pictures of like us crying and just put them, you know, just be able to feel those like that like hard work payoff.
Yeah.
It also it motivates me to it motivates me to show people that like Gaston isn't done yet. Like,
right.
You know, for a couple of years we might have slowed down a little bit, but it's not over for us.
Coach.
I think just these girls sitting here now like shows their devotion to it. I graduated from Gaston. Our girls basketball coach graduated from Gaston. Our softball coach, like we're pretty much all alumni coaches right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it. Like
we've loved playing there and going there so much that we've came back. And I think that tradition, like, we're having to kind of build it again.
Yeah.
So
you know about that tradition, you know. And for the players, so Coach chose you three to come and represent the team today. How does that make you feel, knowing that she chose you three, you know, to represent the team today?
It makes me feel like doing something for the team. It makes me feel like I'm like, I would say like kind of like a leader-ish.
It makes me feel important. Like, obviously, I show her that I do make a difference on the team instead of just being there.
It makes me feel like proud that I've worked hard enough for her to see it and actually
Good deal. Coach, what was it about these three that made you choose them today?
what they said is all true.
It's all true.
I think they're definitely leaders on the team, and I think they all lead in a different way. And I feel like on the court we need every type. Like, you've got to be able to pick people up when they're down. You've got to be able to take charge of the game. And I feel like all three of these do that, and they're also very self-aware. So if they're not doing it that day, like setting, then they'll set it to someone else. If their hitting's not where it needs to be, then they're going to adjust. Their passes aren't perfect. They're going to, and picking the other teammates up is a big part of it. And I feel like all three of these they just encompass all of that.
Deal. You got anything? All right. Well, we appreciate y'all coming and sitting in with us today. Good luck this season, and we'll hope to see y'all at state.